Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning back in. Today we're going to try a pumpkin pie cheesecake bar. This is another Pinterest recipe and it looks really yummy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go. So the first thing that you do is you're going to make your crust for it. So it called for, it says in a small bowl, combine your graham crackers with your sugar and your melted butter. So it called for 5 tablespoons of melted butter. So I've already melted that. Then you've got to combine your graham cracker crumbs, which I have not even opened yet. Ooh. Okay, cool. And it calls for a 1.5 cups. So let's see. 1.5 cups. It smells so good. Alright, cool. There's a 1.5 cups. And put this back in here. I just have to remember to seal that. Alright, so we mix that with here. And then for sugar, it just calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar. So 1, 2, and 3. So let's move that there. Let's get a spoon. And we're just gonna mix. It says to press it into a foil-lined 8x8 pan. So I've got to go grab that real quick. Alright, so we've got our pan. Sorry, this is what came out of the dishwasher. So we got our foil-lined pan. It says to press it into the pan. This is an 8x8 pan. I think that's probably the best we're gonna get. Ooh, that's really thick. That's a lot. I guess when you press it down, it's not. Alright, cool. That's pressed and good to go. Alright, so that's good. Our crust is ready to go. Then we're going to move over to the cheesecake layer. So it says using a hand mixer to beat the cream cheese, sour cream, sugar, and vanilla until smooth. So I've had this out for maybe 10 minutes or so, just trying to thin out a little bit. There's that. Set that to lay down. Then we need our sour cream. So this calls for a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I'm crazy about expiration dates, so I always check before I add it to anything. Which is funny because my assistant makes fun of me because I don't check it at the grocery store. I check it when I'm about to cook. Which is probably the worst timing for me to actually check it, but whatever. That's when it happens. I'll get better at checking it at the grocery store eventually. I do check that for like milk and stuff though. Okay, cool. So that's good. Then we need sugar. So if I remember, it called for a 1/3 cup of sugar. There's a 1/3 cup. And now the vanilla. So then it called for a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I think that was like my most accurate measurement for vanilla I've ever had. so then we're gonna blend this until smooth. Cool. That's probably as smooth as that's gonna get for now because there's still a lot of not liquidy stuff in there. So next it calls for the eggs, and you just mix it until it's combined, it says. Oh, please don't get a shell in there. Perfect. Perfect. So then we're just gonna mix this. All right, so that's pretty well blended. Those are good to go. Then it says just to pour it over the crust. So let's get these out of here. And let's make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. So we're gonna pour it over the crust. And then it says that it bakes for 20 to 25 minutes. So just like a cheesecake. Except for cheesecake goes for usually about an hour, and then it chills for like 4 hours. I've made a lot of cheesecakes in my little 26 years of life. I always spread it out because I want it to be as consistent as possible when baking. I don't want the middle to not bake as well because there's so much more in the middle. So that's good. So then we're going to move this over and bake it. And we're going to start on our pumpkin topping piece that goes to it. So let's go get this baked. All right. So this is going to go in the oven for 25 minutes. I don't know why I don't just hold it. There we go. Okay. Then we're supposed to separate the eggs. So, you separate the eggs. Yeah, it just says separate the eggs. So, I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna try the water bottle trick. Oh no. I'm gonna try the water bottle trick for separating these guys. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, one of my hairs got on it and that's just gross. Okay. Ta-da! Ha. One yolk separated. No, that one cracked. No. No. That one was a fail. No, that's probably a little more yolk than it's supposed to be. This is the best I got, guys. I can't. I'm not. Oh, I think I killed the bottle, and I think that's part of my problem now. All right, well, I got one more to try, so let's see if I can get this one without. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Okay, didn't crack the yolk yet. Got it. Okay, so that's been done. All right, cool. That's the best I got for not cracking. And I haven't read far enough in the instructions to know when I actually need that, but it's done. Okay, so then it says in a saucepan, just want to make sure it's clean. In a saucepan, we are going to set it to medium-low heat. which in my mind means medium. Then you're going to combine the yolks. Combine the yolks, pumpkin puree, brown sugar. This is and milk. I need the milk. All right, y'all. So we're gonna put the eggs in first. So we're putting eggs in. Then we're gonna put in the pumpkin puree. It called for an entire can. Oh. I really hope this one turns out of all the stuff because the picture looks so pretty. Literally when I'm going through Pinterest looking for recipes, I try to look for something that looks moderately difficult and then something that looks delicious. Sometimes I go for stuff that doesn't look so delicious. Then we're going to put in the brown sugar. It doesn't say to stir this yet, so brown sugar, I need a half cup packed, it says. I would say that's pretty well packed. So there's the brown sugar. Then I need milk. It calls for a half cup. Here we go. Here's our milk. This looks terrible. This looks like when you were a kid and you like, I'm going to cook. And you made something really disgusting and then you made your parents try it. Gosh, my parents were so good. They tried anything. A half a teaspoon of salt. So there's a half. I need to get this off, otherwise it's gonna be hot. Okay, then we're gonna go for a teaspoon of pumpkin spice, which I've never used pumpkin spice, so I know this is brand new. There we go. I'm honestly one of those white girls that have never had pumpkin spice anything. Okay, cool. So then that's there. Then I need from there cinnamon. And cinnamon calls for a half a teaspoon. So there's cinnamon. Okay, so we're putting all that in and then we whisk it. Oh no! Ooh. This towel is disgusting now. I'm gonna have to throw that in the wash. I wonder, I guess you're cooking out the eggs. I'm gonna say, I wonder why you put this in a heat. Be nice if the liquid would join. Alright, I feel like that's pretty well whisked. So that there, okay. So then that's gonna cook for 10 minutes. So good, so when that gets to 6, I know that we're good to go with that. So then, okay, and then after that we're gonna whisk in our vanilla, and we're only going to put a half. So we'll put that next to that. Then in a small microwave safe bowl, we're gonna sprinkle the gelatin over water. So here's my bowl. Okay. So this called for a 1/4 cup of water. I don't know why. I've already used that sugar, right? No. Just gonna use this. This calls for a 2 ounces is 4. Okay. So this calls for a 1/4 cup of cold water. Does it make a mess? That's more than a 1/4 cup. That's still more than a 1/4 cup. That's a 1/4 cup. Okay. 1/4 cup of cold water. Pour it over gelatin. Make sure this is still cold. It is. So then it called for an unflavored gelatin. It says to sprinkle it. Doesn't say to stir. It just says to sprinkle. So you sprinkle that and then it's going to be microwaved for a minute. So at 14, I need to put this in the microwave for a minute. I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds or until it's dissolved. Then we stir into the pumpkin mixture. This calls for so much work. So much work. So while this is going, it's pretty interesting. If you can see that. Let's move this over here. Then let me go get another towel. Okay, so this is going in the microwave now for 30 seconds. Fit over that. Perfect. Okay. So this is good and dissolved. It looks good. It's very liquidy. So we actually have to wait until this is done. And I think we had to wait till it got to 6 minutes for that. So then once that's done, this actually gets added to that. Next, we're going to get ready for a double broil. Alright, so we got about 2 more minutes on this. I'm going to turn up the heat just a tad. I feel like we're probably about... Alright, so we're down to the 6th minutes. Hopefully this is about ready. We have to add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So let's do that. There's a 1/2. We're going to whisk that in real quick. And I'm sorry, I thought about this earlier when I went to the restroom. My hair is a disaster today, and I just don't care. It's one of those days where you just wake up and you're like, I'm going to put my hair up so it's out of my face so that I can do whatever I want to do today, because that's what it's like to be a woman. So, hence the 1/2 in and 1/2 out hair. I went to Publix like this, but that's just how it is. So, once we've done that, we were supposed to remove it from heat. Okay, so let's get that off. We're going to add in this gelatin, like it says. Cool. So let's whisk this in, I guess. Yeah, it says stir into it. Next it calls for a double broil, so I'm going to go ahead and get this heated. I don't know why it made noise. That bothers me when it makes noise like that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get this to start boiling so that I can do that double broil while I stir this in, which y'all probably can't see now, but that's okay. Because all that's going to happen with this next is it's going to be put aside. Alright, cool. So I'm going to lay out a towel, I think, and just... Oh, I have one here. I'm just going to put that there. This can go there. Perfect. So that's put aside. So then on the double broil, we're going to combine sugar, it's not boiling yet, but it'll be there soon. Make sure I have this. So we're gonna put some sugar in there. So a 1/4 cup of sugar, the egg whites, and a pinch of cream of tartar. How long are we doing this for? Oh, all right, so this isn't ready yet. It's supposed to be beat with a hand mixer, but I just used my hand mixer for the other thing, so I'm gonna do it by hand. So we've got the 1/4 cup in here. We've got my egg whites and a little bit of yolk there. Not a lot, but, and then it says a pinch of cream of tartar, which I also have never used before either, so. Ooh. Oh, it's literally just open. I assume that's a pinch, right? I'm just waiting for this to boil before I get in there. Should boil in a few seconds. Here we go. Now, how do I know if this is done? It doesn't say. Okay, so that's going on the wire mixture like it said. This we're going to go ahead and put in here. So this, it says to stir until it's, we can cancel that. It says to stir for 6 minutes on a high speed. Well, I got like the smallest thing possible, so I'm just gonna stir it on here. It says it should get stiff. Yeah. Beating at a high speed for 7 to 9 minutes or until it's stiff and fluffy. Remove it from the heat and beat for an additional 1 to 2 minutes. So stiff and fluffy. I don't know that it's getting stiff and fluffy because it sure as hell is getting like super soupy. But maybe that's what comes next. Maybe I should get the hand mixer because it's not getting stiff and fluffy. It's literally doing nothing. Like, we are not getting stiff and fluffy. So on top of the double broiler, combine granulated sugar, egg whites, and cream of tartar. Beat with an electric mixer and set on this speed. Then set the pan over the boiling water. The pan shouldn't touch the water. I wonder if it's still supposed to be on heat. Oh no, then it says remove from heat and beat an additional 1 to 2 minutes. So if I remember correctly, I only put 6 minutes on the thing, so I'm going to add another 2 minutes. I feel like the consistency is changing. So now we're removing it from the heat. And supposedly it's supposed to get thick and fluffy. Stiff and glossy. Ha! That's funny, because it's definitely glossy. It's been glossy for a while now, actually. I'll put it right here. Oh! Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew I was about to make a mess. Alright, so on the count of that, I'm going to go ahead and pour this into the mixture that it calls for. Grab this. We're going to pour it in. Cool. That's poured in. Let's get this going. Alright, so then once that's done, you put it over the cream cheese. And then you refrigerate it for uncovered for an hour. Then you cover it and refrigerate it for another 3 hours. So let's move this here. Here's the cream cheese mixture. It looks beautiful so far. So we're gonna pour this over top. I'm gonna get a spatula because your girl loves spatulas. So, oh. Okay, cool. Whew, that's like almost tipping over. All right, so this goes uncovered for an hour. Then we pull it out, cover it up for 3 hours, cover it up and put it back in the refrigerator for another 3 hours. And then you can put some whipped cream on top or some pumpkin spice, either way. But this looks really good so far. So we'll see. And pop that bubble. So this has been in the refrigerator. It's solidified for the most part. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. It's probably been in the refrigerator for maybe, I don't know, probably since 1, and it's almost 6 now. I don't know if I'm able to get this out. I am all the way down to the crust though. I'm so excited. Look, it came out. It doesn't look so clean because of my cut, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So from there, what you're supposed to do, I believe, is just put a dollop on it. Yep, so you garnish it with whipped cream and pumpkin spice. So I'm really excited about this. I haven't even opened this pumpkin. There we go. All right, so ta-da! It's so cute. So this looks delicious. I cannot wait. Let's see. Literally like pumpkin pie on top of cheesecake. So good. I can get down with that. I'm gonna try some garnish. Yep. I'm about that. Freaking delicious. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in as usual. This was another success. I kind of thought it would be. This one was on Pinterest. The main website that it came from, I don't know how to say, but if you want the recipe, I can definitely give it to you. But definitely give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscription button if you guys want to see all of my updates for videos that come out. And again, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye!